As nuclear negotiations continue between Iran and the United States, both sides are simultaneously preparing for the possibility that diplomacy could fail. While indirect talks are underway in Geneva, Washington has made clear that military options remain firmly on the table. Tehran, meanwhile, is taking sweeping steps across its armed forces, nuclear infrastructure and internal security apparatus, signaling that it is bracing for potential confrontation. The result is a high-stakes standoff where talks and threats are unfolding in parallel. Discussions between Iranian officials and US representatives have produced what Tehran calls an understanding on broad, guiding principles for a potential nuclear deal. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Aragchi says the talks clarified what may be possible, but stressed that no final agreement has been reached. Aragchi says Iran is preparing a draft counterproposal and that further engagement could happen within days. He insists diplomacy remains viable and that a deal could be reached quickly, but warned that military action would derail negotiations. However, the White House has reiterated its position. Iran must not possess nuclear weapons or the capability to build them. US officials say enrichment is unacceptable under any future deal. President Donald Trump has warned of limited military strikes if negotiations fail within a short deadline, describing potential consequences as severe. The pressure campaign follows US and Israeli airstrikes on Iranian nuclear and military facilities in mid-2025, and renewed threats this year as Tehran cracked down violently on protests. Iran is reshaping its military posture in anticipation of possible US attacks. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has revived its Mosaic defense doctrine, decentralizing command so local units can operate independently if senior leadership is targeted. Iran is also conducting visible military drills near US naval assets. Revolutionary Guard naval units have deployed in the Strait of Hormuz, a choke point carrying nearly 1/5 of global oil shipments. State media has aired footage of cruise missiles fired from mobile launchers and fast boats, with oil tankers visible nearby, a clear signal of Iran's ability to disrupt global energy flows. US naval forces, including the USS Abraham Lincoln, are operating in nearby waters. Iran's posture is shaped by lessons from its 12-day conflict with Israel in mid-2025. That war exposed weaknesses in Iran's conventional forces and limitations of allied militias like Hezbollah. However, Iranian forces used the conflict to refine missile accuracy and tactics. Iran is believed to possess around 2,000 medium-range ballistic missiles capable of reaching Israel, along with short-range missiles that can target US bases in the Gulf. Iran also maintains large inventories of anti-ship cruise missiles and fast attack boats suited for swarm tactics in confined waters like Hormuz. Satellite imagery shows Iran fortifying key nuclear facilities. At the Isfahan nuclear fuel complex and Natanz enrichment site, repairs and tunnel reinforcement are underway following earlier strikes. A newer site near Natanz, known as Pickaxe Mountain, shows signs of underground construction. At the Fordow facility near Qom, entrances have been sealed after extensive damage last year. Military sites are also being reinforced. Iranian leaders fear that external strikes could reignite mass protests. Following deadly crackdowns last month, security forces have expanded surveillance in Tehran, setting up monitoring checkpoints and pursuing suspected protesters. Authorities have also mapped metro stations, parking garages, and other structures as potential civilian shelters, acknowledging criticism that civilians were left unprotected during past attacks. With diplomacy continuing and military preparations accelerating, the risk of miscalculation is rising. The United Nations has urged restraint, warning that troop movements and heightened rhetoric could tip the dispute into open conflict. For now, Iran and the United States remain locked in a delicate balance, negotiating at the table while preparing for the battlefield.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.